Hi, this is Tanya Kendrick with Solopreneur Diaries. Today I want to talk to you about my free time blocking template. Time blocking, also known as block scheduling, is a time management technique that I've used for many years. It will help you stay focused on doing the right things. It has built-in accountability because you can see what you're supposed to be doing as well as what you've actually done. And it will enable you to make sure that you have enough time to actually accomplish the tasks that you want to accomplish each week. So with that said, let's get started. This is the time blocking spreadsheet that I have up on my screen. You're going to want to start at the Start Here tab after you download your copy and make a copy for yourself to use. So to do that, click on File and make a copy, and then you'll save it with whatever name you want to and click OK, and that will save a copy for you in your own Google Drive so that you have your own copy to use and you're not using the same version that everybody else has. So once you do that, you can delete this Start Here tab if you want to, and in order to delete that, just right click on it and then you'll choose Delete. Okay, so once you have your own copy of the spreadsheet, then click on the Task List tab. And this is where we're going to make a list of all of the projects or tasks that we want to accomplish during the week. So the very first column has a place to put the name of your project or your task. Column C has a place to put an estimate of how much time you think you're going to spend on that task. So for example, I have an accountability chat 3 times a week, and so that's an hour for each meeting that we have. So I know that that's going to be 3 hours, so I would plug in 3 hours. And in the middle column, since I know that this is a repeating task, I just make a little note for myself that it's going to be an hour a day times 3, so that I know that I need to block out 3 hours on 3 different days for that particular meeting. And that's one of the things you want to make sure that you do. Put in your meetings as well as individual projects and tasks that you want to work on. That's how you're going to be able to make sure that you have enough time in the week to do what you want to do. So just go through here and, if you don't know exactly how long something's going to take, guess. Just estimate it. That's all we're trying to do here, is get a good estimation of how long we think things are going to take. So up at the top, you've got a total time estimate for the week. There's a place where you can enter how much time you want to spend working during the week. I've got this set up for a standard 40-hour work week, but you can change that to anything you want. If you want to work more than 40 hours, go for it. If you want to work 20 hours a week, or if you only have 10 hours a week, whatever works for your schedule, you can change in this field. And then down here at the bottom, this is going to sum up all the time that you enter in these colored rows, so you can compare the bottom number to the top number. I always like to give myself a couple of hours as a cushion, because things are going to come up during the week. There are going to be unexpected things that interrupt your time, so that just helps me not overcommit myself. This will automatically sum what you put in the colored rows. And so then you can compare it to see, have you overscheduled yourself, or do you have some time left that you could maybe squeeze in another couple of tasks. So once you have your task list for the week blocked out or scheduled out of what you think, how much time you're going to spend on each task, then it's time to actually start putting it into your weekly plan. So in the next tab, I have a sample so you can see what a completed weekly schedule might look like. And then the last tab is a blank weekly plan sheet that you can start filling out for yourself. So let's go back and look at the sample for just a couple of minutes. Now, let me just point out how this is organized. First of all, in column A, there are time blocks starting at 6 a.m. and going all the way down, I think, until 9 p.m. You don't have to work every single block of the day. That's where I have chosen to start it. You can change those time blocks if you want to. So each block is 15 minutes of time. So you can block out however long you think it's going to take you to complete a task. You can fill in the blocks during the day. Across the top in the second row, we have the days of the week. I have it set up on a Sunday through Saturday schedule. You can change that to Monday through Sunday if that works better for you, but at the moment I'm doing Sunday through Saturday. And then in row 1, I have the date. And that is something that you can change every week, and you only have to change it in the first field. So as soon as you change the date for Sunday, all of the other ones are going to automatically change. So let's say, for example, if I change this to 6:30, then it's going to go ahead and change Monday to 7:1, Tuesday to 7:2, etc. So that way you have a picture of your whole week right in front of you. Now over here in this column, I have a copy of my weekly task list from the task list tab. I just copy and paste that A column with my mouse, paste it right there, and that way I don't have to keep flipping back and forth between the two tabs. That's the only purpose of this, is so that I have a nice view of what my major tasks are for the week. And then I just start copying and pasting those tasks into the blocks. Now the first thing I like to do is block out my appointments. So for example, I mentioned I have an accountability chat 3 days a week. That's on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. So I go ahead and block that out. Then I put in any other appointments that I have, and I also block out things like lunch and dinner. I put breaks in during the day so that I make sure that I get up away from the computer and move around and do something different. I like to work in 45-minute blocks or hour blocks and then take a 15-minute break. So that's how you're going to see my schedule laid out for the most part. Occasionally I do longer blocks of work and don't necessarily have a break in between, but for the most part it's going to be 45 minutes, which will be 3 time blocks. So for example, this right here is a 45-minute block because I have 3 15-minute time blocks. This one is an hour time block because I have 4 15-minute time blocks. And then you can see how I have a break after each one. So when I get ready to schedule my week, I would just start copying and pasting from this weekly task list column into my blocks. So I've blocked out my regular appointments. I've blocked out family time. I've blocked out things like lunch and my daily workout. And then I would just start filling in all of my work tasks wherever they fit, how I want to chunk work together. I do like to batch things as much as possible because I think that that's more efficient. So you'll see that I have some long blocks where I'm working on a blog post. Then I have other things that I do on a daily basis, like weekly social media engagement. I have that down here in sort of at the same time every day. That helps me to be consistent. And then I just block things in wherever they'll fit, and that's how I make sure that I have room to get everything accomplished. So when you get ready to block out your first week, you're just going to go over here to the blank weekly plan sheet and just start copying and pasting. So I would just right click on that, copy, and block in however much time I need, and then click paste. And I didn't mention the color codes, but I do like to use color codes because that helps me see. I'll go back to the sample sheet. That helps me see when I have big blocks of time that I'm working on the same task, or if I'm switching tasks from one thing to the next. The color codes help me stay organized, and plus it just makes it prettier, so I like that as well. And that's it. Time blocking is a powerful technique that it will really help you organize your day so that you can get a massive amount of work done. If you don't have your free time blocking spreadsheet yet, I'm going to leave a link to that below this video so that you can grab your own copy. For more time management and productivity tips, visit solopreneurdiaries.com. I'm Tanya Kendrick. Thanks and have a great day.